So I was on Twitter the other day, which I know, first mistake, and I see this video of this kind of alpha male Patrick Bateman morning routine type thing. And those videos are always kind of strange and they've been talked about to death on the internet, but this video is maybe the funniest video I have seen in my entire life. So right off the bat, this guy wakes up before 4 a.m., and you're probably thinking, wow, that's really early. Surely he's using that time valuably. He doesn't. Sorry to spoil it. You probably could have seen where this is going. He doesn't, though. He doesn't use the time valuably. So he starts off by brushing his teeth, which, like, okay, you know, pretty normal thing to do in the morning. But then at 4 a.m., he goes out to the balcony, and it cuts to him doing push-ups at 4:04 a.m., which I guess implies he did nothing for 4 minutes. Maybe I'm just being hypercritical for the sake of content, which, yeah, that's what I'm doing. But it's only 4:04 a.m., we've barely seen any of his morning routine yet. He works out for a little bit, okay, and then at 4:17 a.m., he's just standing there. But then at 4:21 a.m., he stops standing there. That's another 4 minutes of just nothing. This is starting to look like my daily routine where I just disassociate for minutes at a time. Okay, 4:38, it's prayer time. I'm not religious myself, but if you are, I think it's good to have, you know, time in your day for that.
We're gonna be serious about the Lord's business.
Okay, so that was 35 minutes of religious TikToks. I'm assuming it was TikToks because the phone's propped up vertically and he's playing it at max volume like an iPad kid.
We're gonna be serious about the Lord's business.
That can't be good for anyone. I think this is comparable to my hour of doom scrolling that I do before bed every night. Maybe I'm an alpha male. 16 minutes. It took him 16 minutes to get a bowl and a glass of ice. This dude is literally me. Yeah, I don't know what that was either. He just kind of dunks his head in ice water for a few minutes. I don't really know, like, why he did that. And I do want to point out, you've probably already noticed, but he always has this pretentious glass bottle of water with him, and I think it's the source of his power. 10 minutes later, he gets dressed. This is getting redundant, I know. He goes to the gym, not really much for me to comment on there, but he goes for a swim after the gym, and something really interesting happens. Somehow, 4 minutes go by as he's jumping into the water. Holy shit. Just when you thought he couldn't get any more impressive, he controls time. Just from like a video making standpoint, I don't think the 4 minutes are supposed to be the time that he's in the pool, because 11 minutes later he gets out of the pool. So time travel is my only logical conclusion here. He also spends roughly 23 minutes just sitting in a hot tub. That is some quality disassociation time right there, good sir. His cameraman films him showering, and then he eats a banana in a really weird way. Presumably to look as least gay as possible, but then he rubs the peel on his face after he's done, so that just kind of goes out the window.
So looking at it, bro, we gotta go ahead and get in at least 10,000.
He takes another hit of his ice water. My theory about that being the source of his power is seeming truer every second. The business call is probably my favorite moment in this whole thing.
So looking at it, bro, we gotta go ahead and get in at least 10,000.
So looking at it, bro, we're gonna have to get it to at least 10,000. What does that mean? What does any of this mean? I don't know. Why are you still here? At 9:17, breakfast is being made. The first thing of substance this entire video, and it's not even him doing it. That is so awesome. And that's it for his morning routine.
Thank you.
Pretty sure there was like 2 whole hours there of just doing nothing, but you can tell he feels really productive doing it. This is how I feel when I accidentally wake up 5 minutes before my alarm goes off. But I needed to see more of this guy, alright? His name is Ashton Hall, and he's an online fitness coach. It seems like a lot of his content used to be very fitness-oriented, you know, as you would expect. He was showcasing his workout routine and stuff. But now it seems like it's just different variations of the morning routine video over and over again. Here's a couple things I've noticed just going through them. Ashton almost never does anything himself. There's always someone there handing him something.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Sometimes he puts fruit into the water that he dunks his head in. I don't know why. My favorite moment so far, though, would have to be when he supposedly accidentally drops this glass bottle on the floor, only to make his maid clean it up. But there was already a camera down there ready to film the moment he dropped it. Like, why? I don't know.
Whoops.
He also does a lot of running. Very, very intense running. Me when McDonald's breakfast ends at 11 and it's 10:59. What's the harness for? Not sure, but I like Ashton Martin. I know I've spent the entire video making fun of him, but he's not hurting anyone. I mean, I wish all of these alpha male influencer types were more like this guy and less like Andrew Tate. Can you imagine if all Andrew Tate did was film himself running? That would be awesome. The world would be a much better place. That's all I got for this one, really. I should have a much longer video coming out soon. Thank you for watching, and you should consider subscribing. I do have less than 1,000 right now, but looking at it, bro, we gotta go ahead and get it to at least 10,000.
So looking at it, bro, we gotta go ahead and get in at least 10,000.